Hey everyone, it's me again. As you'll see, I am showing you a video of the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Classic Edition, or NES Classic if you want to call it for short. Alright, so here's my sorry, I'm showing you my humongous fingers. So here's the Nintendo Entertainment System. It says it right there. But for those of you who don't know, it's NES, or Nintendo Entertainment System for short. Well, NES for short. And for those of you who still own the original Nintendo Entertainment System, sorry, my phone is vibrating. Well, it's nothing important right now, but as you'll see, this is kind of different from that original box. You can't open this thing. See, because it has this thing here doesn't mean you can't open it. Power buttons to turn on the little thing. Here's a reset button in order to, if you want to play a different game rather than the game you are playing right now. Here's the controller imports. There's 1 and 2. I don't think they're still selling the controllers in stores. I have not been to Best Buy. I haven't been to any electronics store that maybe has a second controller, but you can use almost anything. You can use a classic controller that you use on a Wii as long as it requires it. But anyways, here's the back. Everything's a lot different. There's their HDMI output, and there's the what does that say? DC in. You can use almost anything as long as it requires a micro USB. But yeah, so you can use almost anything. There it says HDMI right there, just so you can play your games on HD clarity. Just model number. I mean, yeah, it looks so small. It's like it can fit in the palm of your hand like this. See? Now, for those of you who own the first Nintendo Entertainment System, do a comparison about that. Even if you've done a comparison. Alright, so now let's talk about the controller that came with. As you can see, it's the same thing like the original Nintendo controller. You have your D-pad, your left, right, up, down. You got your start, select. My fingers are, I'm sorry, I got big thumbs. Then you have your BA or AB. There is no, for those of you who've never seen a classic Nintendo controller, there is no XY. There is no LR. Unless you have a Super Nintendo Classic, an original Super Nintendo, or any of the later Nintendo consoles that have the LR. And some of the next controls will not have a select button. They'll just have start, unless you have a classic controller or a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con with plus and minus. And as you'll know, that this is one short cable. I mean, the cable on this thing the wires is very long. They're short. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this thing into the. See, it's like, but you will not be able to sit right to your couch. You would have to buy let's see, I think I have it right here. As you'll see right here, this is an extension I bought from Walmart. And I also forgot to mention that this was the very first console that I ever purchased. So yeah, to myself, I purchased my very own video game console, even though that this is a classic edition. So as you're seeing right here, you can plug this to here, and I'm sorry, I'm really getting notifications on my phone. You can also plug this controller to a Wii remote, as long as it requires virtual console games, even if you're playing old school gaming on your Nintendo Wii or Wii U. Now let's go ahead and plug this thing in. So yeah, I worked it on the thing and it works. Sorry, I'm showing you my hairy arms. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start plugging this into onto my TV. So as you'll know, I have the Xbox One on, since the TV right behind it has already up to three. Already has 3 HDMI cables plugged in. I have the cable I have the DirecTV box that's on. I have the Blu-ray player that's on. I have the Xbox One that's right there, and there's the Nintendo Entertainment System Classic. It's plugged into the back of the second HDMI port that you can also plug in other than just cable, or you know what I mean. But I'm not going to get into that right now. So as you'll see, I have the all right. So I'm gonna move this cable. I have the extension plugged into the controller that came with. Says Mario Arcade. I just don't know if this will work with the Super Nintendo Classic, but that doesn't matter right now. So we're gonna go ahead and go to One Guide. It's gonna take a little while. There we go. So as you'll see, there's a selection of games. Hold on. There's the original Super Mario Brothers. There's Mario 2, Mario 3, don't know what it's called. Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania's 1 and 2. I heard Castlevania 2 is not as good as the first. Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2? Where's Double Dragon 1? Dr. Mario, Excitebike, the original Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber. They're all the games that are. Here's Mega Man 2. Oh no, this game is super hard. Pac-Man, Punch Out, Super C. I need to play that. Is Contra even in this? Controller. Nope. Contra's not on this, but Super C's on this. So as you'll know, what should I put on? I'm gonna put the original Mario Brothers. The quality is super. I'm gonna have to go ahead and reset the settings. This is. Hold on for a sec. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the settings real quick. Hold on. You see I have it on. I have it on CRT filter, which is that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Pixel Perfect. As you'll see, even though if you see it through my screen, the sky in the background is all dark blue, while I could see it perfectly fine. I'm not going to show you the whole game because I'm holding my iPad right now, and I have a stand, a little cover that I bought a while back. So yes, this is the NES Classic. This is all I wanted to do. I'm gonna try and do something more interesting other than just reviewing some techno stuff, some tech stuff. Sorry, didn't mean to say techno. So if you have any questions about this, if you already have an NES Classic, I suggest, or don't have one, I suggest buy one. So if you have any questions, and Mario is dead, and I am out of here. Oh, and please see the last video if you've not seen it. Thank you.